what do you get when you put hundreds of millions of dollars plus 12 years of footage in some of the top executives and top people in all of movie making? Well, what you get is just an incredibly boring and kind of just mediocre, forgettable kind of shit. And this is basically the fate of Avatar 1 and 2. And it's you know, like when you first start thinking about it, maybe it's because in a franchise where there's two movies, they've repeated the same plot, you know, twice. Jake Sully and his crew of humans have to land on this planet named Pandora, and they have to adapt to the culture until they finally get accepted by the Na'vi people, and they fight the Sky people, and they win in the end. And then, you know, the second one is Jake Sully and his family. This time, they have to go to this other tribe of Na'vi and adapt with them, and then eventually they team together after they're accepted, after, you know, a big wide fight, they're accepted finally. Wow, that's so heartwarming, guys. That's so heartwarming that they finally get accepted. And then, you know, they fight the Sky people. You know, it seems to me like James Cameron just kind of discovered that the word tree and the word sea rhyme. So I can't wait for fucking Avatar 3, you know, The Way of the Bees, and then Avatar 4, The Way of the Knees. But most people will tell you, and I sort of agree to an extent, that that's not really, you know, the story isn't really the main draw from Avatar, you know, it's really the visuals. Well, the problem that I have with that is that while the visuals are very pretty, okay, I can get the exact same aspect by, you know, just looking up Minecraft RTX videos. And, you know, I can do that without having to pay $12 per person and waste 3 hours of my life, you know. But no, guys, it's the characters, all right? That's the main draw, all right? If you said this, I have no idea what's wrong with you, because every single character is flat. They're not 3D. They're not even people. They're literally just, the good guys are good because they're good, and the bad guys are bad because they're bad, all right? Every single character, every single tribe, literally the two races, the two pivotal races, the Na'vi and the humans, are only that way because the plot needs them to be that way, all right? Now, that's something I thought they were trying to do with, you know, the villain, is to sort of question these roles, right? Because the villain, you know, he meets up with the sun, and the sun is with the Na'vi people, but he's with the humans, you know, so what is it going to do with that? But, no, because I guess that's too interesting for the movie, so, you know, they just kind of left that out. So never gets challenged, all right? So the Na'vi are always depicted as being the best guys ever, the altruists, the amazing, they care about nature, all right? It was just so stupid to me because they can kill hundreds of people. Hundreds of humans die in this with all the spaceships that go down and everything. And the Na'vi are always the sweet little guys fighting against the bad people, you know? I alluded to this earlier, all right? All of the villains literally have the exact same motivations, character arc, everything as Dr. Eggman from Sonic the Hedgehog, all right? And I'm not trying to say that Eggman from Sonic the Hedgehog is necessarily, you know, he's not the worst thing, all right? I'm not saying that Sonic's bad, I'm not saying he's bad. But let me ask you this question, all right? Do you genuinely care about the interpersonal relationships or anything about that, you know, his personal life, how he talks to people, you know? Do you genuinely care about Dr. Eggman in that way? Do you really? No, you don't, okay? You literally don't. Every single villain is just so flat, and they're so fucking not scary at all. Anytime they're on screen, they're like, oh man, I'm gonna go punch a fucking baby in the face. This movie is kind of just the same old sludge that you see every other day, all right? And the thing is, you know, when they're swimming through the seas, it's all nice. But when they try to start doing like any real action stuff with them, this is where the movie gets really boring. So with all these elements put together, what's going to happen in a year is you'll have a multi-billion-dollar movie that nobody will remember.